looking for Eugene O'Brien.
Who's looking for him?
My name is Samuel McCromlish.
I'm O'Brien. Well, take a seat. You'll be tired. Here, have a drink. I'll cook you up a meal fit for a king.
500 rounds of .303 ammunition.
All we need is a rifle to put them in. Still, they'll come in very handy, I'm sure.
Any rifles? I was told you did. Who's in charge? Who's the company OC?
Well, that'll be Vincent Smith. You'll be seeing him in a day or two.
And the vice commandant?
Well, that'll be me.
But if you don't have any rifles, how are you carrying out your ambushes?
There's no ambushes around these parts. Except for the Kilmichael men. They have rifles. All we have is our bare hands.
He's on his way.
Evening, Mr. Driscoll, sir.
Evening, O'Brien.
Crowley.
Evening.
This is Mr. McCromlish from Dublin.
Good evening to you, Mr. McCromlish.
Good evening.
Sean will show you up to your room now, Mr. McCromlish. Sean!
What brings you to this sorry part of the world, Mr. McCromlish?
Life insurance. I'm a traveller.
Do you hear that, O'Brien? Huh? Life insurance. Well, I suppose there's need enough of that in these times.
Sean? Take Mr. McCromlish's bag, show him up to his room.
You don't have the look of a traveller about you, Mr. McCromlish, if I may say so.
Well, I'm still fairly new to it.
I don't see you getting much business around here. It's a quiet part of the country. But good luck to you anyway. Mr. McCromlish. We must have a talk when you're settled. We like to get to know our visitors.
That's him. That's him, definitely. Short one, that's Nelson. The one with him is Sergeant Black. He's part of the murder squad also.
Is Nelson regular about this?
Twice a week. Tuesdays and Fridays. Nelson and Black leave at about 7:30 for meeting at the Orange Hall just up the road.
That's what we'll do, so. It'll be risky so close to the barracks.
We're going to plug him, and that's all there is to be said about it. All right? Well.
Yours.
Isn't she a beauty? Huh? Sean, huh? Oh, the parade's been held out on Harley's Field. Sean will take you. Sean, you can finish up there now. I'd lend you the car, but sure, it'd attract the wrong sort of attention.
Aren't you coming to the parade? You're the vice commandant.
I'd love to, but I have the hotel to mind for my sins. Huh? Is the room to your liking?
That's Vincent Smith. He's the OC now, since his cousin Thomas related.
I'm Terry McCormick from headquarters. What's the hold-up?
There's one fella not finished digging a ditch, and another, we don't know what he's at.
Vincent! Can we be getting on with this? I've a cow to take to me brothers.
We'll give another 5 minutes, Joe.
Get your men to fall in, Smith.
Give the two
Get
lads
your
a few more
company
minutes.
to fall in.
All right, men. Suppose we better be getting on with this. Would you fall in there? That's it, over there. Fall in. Straight lines now. Straight line, if you please. All right, now. All right. Crumplocked. Arab. Dash. Ulpi. Come on, Marshall. Das Cossack. You're out of step there, Joe. You too, Liam. Liam, try to get back into step there. You're putting the man off behind you. Das Cossack.
This is a disgrace. Not 10 miles away, men are taking on the enemy.
What the blazes do you think you're doing? Get out of my field! Get out of my field at once!
What's this? Who's he?
Is that you, Smith? It is, be God.
Hurley, he owns the
I've
field.
told you before to stay off my land and not tell you again. I told you never to set foot on my land.
We're leaving now, Hurley. There's no need for raised voice.
I'll raise my voice on my own land whenever I want. Be off with you.
That man is an officer in the Irish Republican Army. And if you lay one more hand on him, I'll shoot you down.
Get off my land.
Perhaps you didn't hear what I said.
No. There's no need to go waving that thing around. We're all neighbours here. We best go. Sure, we're finished here anyway. The parade's as good as over. Dismiss!
Wait up, lads.
It's not Smith's fault. So what can we do? We haven't the guns. I've a cousin in America. I've written to him to see if he can find us something. I've a brother in London. Says he can get us a revolver for £10.
You don't need to be writing to America or London. Ireland's full of guns. The country's practically an arsenal. Take the guns from the men that have them. We're gonna get guns. And when we get them, we're gonna use them. Like the Kilmichael men.
The Kilmichael men are getting very big-headed. I'm on for it. Whenever you say.
Me too. Good lads.
They're early. Usually they don't come out until later. You should have shot him. Hurley, the farmer.
Well, that wouldn't have put us in a very good light with the locals now, would it?
Then what did you pull your gun out for then?
You're off, gentlemen, right?
Good evening, Mr. McCrumlish.
Good evening.
Night, gentlemen. Thank you. Call again. Sláinte.
The company parade was a fiasco. It was a disgrace. Their commanding officer is a disgrace. He's obviously unfit for the job.
I know Vincent's a good soul. His granduncle was out in '67 in the Fenian Rising.
And I hope the granduncle did more than march around an empty field.
As a matter of fact, he shot the landlord's agent and did 15 years in an English prison for it.
I propose we ambush a party of soldiers, take their weapons, train our men, and then get to work.
Well, I think in principle you're on the right track, but...
In principle, nothing. We're doing it, and that's that.
Well, no, it's not quite that simple. You see, you begging your pardon. You're an officer from headquarters, but you've no authority here.
Now, Vincent is the OC, is he? He gives the orders.
Gentlemen, we're going to bring this war here, to this town, to these fields, to your hotel if we have to.
What's the matter, Tom?
You and me have had some tight scrapes, Kelly, haven't we?
Yeah.
I mean, so far we've been lucky. But that's all it is, luck. And luck always runs out sooner or later.
Jesus, O'Toole. You've picked a fine time to come over all philosophical.
I just don't like the look of this one. Your man's only doing it to get in again with Ida. We're gonna have to talk to Coyle next time we see him. Tell him to throw Ida over. And let Gallagher have her and settle the mad bastard down a bit.
Secure their weapons. Clear this up.
Squad, home! And what are you two doing here?
I've been waiting for you, sir, to give you this.
No one move! Fight! Put down your weapons now! Tell them! Do it! Do it! Get him in the farmhouse!
Come on. Let's get out of here.
Has O'Driscoll been in?
Are you out of your mind?
The company of which you're supposed to be the Vice Commandant, Mr. O'Brien, ambushed a British patrol today. We're starting a war in Duntrin tonight. Joe, take him out the back and plug him if he gives you any trouble.
O'Driscoll's my mother's second cousin!
No, he's the enemy!
No sign of O'Brien or the other fella?
No, they're tinkering with something at the back.
Suppose we'll have to help ourselves, so. Who'll join us in a drink? Ready? I insist. Take a seat, Mr. McCrumlett. I've never known a traveller to be so shy. Maybe you're no traveller at all.
Won't you come and join us, Inspector?
So, what is it you have planned for this poor policeman? Ah, come on now, McCrumlett. You don't fool me. You're trying to get me, McCrumlett. Admit it. You're a fly one, but I'm onto you. 'Tis the money, isn't it?
The money?
He's taking the rise out of me, Roddy. Treat them mean and keep them keen. That's the way travellers work, isn't it? There's no need to be mean with me, Mr. McCrumlett. I'm already keen as mustard. 'Tis the missus. My wife does be very nervous about me. This is a quiet town, but you never know. And to be honest with you, the pension she'd be due is hardly enough to see her safe. I wouldn't have a clear conscience if I thought she hadn't been properly provided for.
Joe!
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear me.
Joe, get his gun. That's your war, is it? My conscience is clear, O'Brien.
I want volunteers. And I want you to know that if you volunteer, you're going to leave everything behind. Your homes, your farms, your families.
What the hell is going on here? This is unauthorized.
I'm not going to lie to you. It won't ever again be as easy as it was today. For the men that get into this car, two things lie in store. Death or prison.
Don't go near that car.
It's up to you.
Stay where you are. That's an order.
Gather up the rest of the guns.
Stay where you are. You're disobeying a direct order.
Maybe you'll learn how to use it one day.
Over a fire that was roasting your bare feet.
Still wouldn't talk.
If they threatened to shoot your family.
Depends which ones.
Jesus, you're a hard man, O'Toole. All right. What if they said they were going to cut your balls off?
We'd tell them everything.
You'd put riding more important than the freedom of your country.
And you wouldn't?
Well, of course I would. But I'm just a rogue, Everyone knows that. You're the one that people look up to.
Shut up.
And I have to say, it's very demoralising for us worms at the bottom when the one you look up to says he'd sell out the organisation just so he could hang on to his clinkers.
Do you know what's going to happen to us? Any day now that door will open. They'll say, right, lads. They'll lead us down the corridor, down to the death cell. They'll put a hood over our heads. Some priest will be prattling away. They'll slip the noose around your neck. And that'll be that.
Jesus, O'Toole, you're being very depressing.
Lieutenant Lynch.
That'll warm you.
We've been hearing a lot about you, Mr. McCromlish. Good to see you again, Ernie.
How are you, Liam? Any luck?
Well, we've been fighting this war for 2 years now, but the hard truth is that the British show no sign as yet of weakening. Well, we have to face the facts. The British can take a couple of dead policemen every week and the odd black and tan. That's not going to get them out. We need to concentrate our forces and hit them harder and more often. We're assembling the column for a major attack. I'd like you and your men to be there.
Of course we'll be there.
The ambush site, 30 miles from here. It'll mean a long march to avoid the enemy.
Who are we ambushing? I hope it's Peelers. They never put up much of a fight. And besides, I hate them.
Don't you hate the British?
Not as much as the Peelers, the Protestants.
What have you against the Protestants?
They took the best land for themselves and stole it from us. They won't have it much longer, will they, Ernie? And once we're done with the British and the Peelers, and then it'll be time to square accounts with them and all.
This is not about squaring accounts with Protestants. This is about building a republic for workers and small farmers.
That kind of talk is way above my head.
Right, this is it. We're going to ambush them over there. Lynch is waiting for us.
They stopped too soon.
Open fire!
Right, I'm off. General Lynch says to stay here for a few days to recover your strength. Yeah? By the way, he sends his congratulations.
See you, Sean.
See ya.
Goodbye.
All the best,
better keeping your mind on other things, Arnie. There's very strict rules about that kind of thing. I heard of one fella who was shot for messing with the women folk of a billet.
Be more tea there, then.
Hello, Anne.
Hello yourself.
Those were very bold smiles you were giving me.
I wasn't giving you any smiles at all. What are you doing?
Were you really taking water down for the cows? I'll get you more.
Wait.
You won't be needing that. Lay down.
Not here. Someone will see.
The men have been out 15 hours now. Some of them are finding it a bit hard.
We're waiting till the enemy shows.
Some things are possible, and some things aren't. Knowing the difference is important.
What are you saying by that?
There'll be plenty of other opportunities.
Get back to your post. Joe, get the rest of the men.
Come in here a minute, will you?
Never had you down for a ladies' man.
I never used to be.
Fine time to start.
Actually, she'd be my first lady. I thought I owed myself the pleasure.
And what's the poor girl gonna do when you're gone? She's besotted with you.
She'll manage.
Jesus, Arnie. I think this war's making you a bit mad.
How are yous? Have a letter for you, Ernie, from General Lynch.
What's the general say?
And to go to Dublin immediately. Collins's orders.
I'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 to collect you. Is the billet all right for you?
Night, Ernie. Night, Joe.
Night.
There is a girl.
In Dublin?
Belfast.
Well then. Keep yourself pure for her.
Pure.
You know what I mean?
I don't know where she is, nor what's become of her.
Good night.
Good night. You'll find her again.
I doubt it. And even if I did, it could never be the same.
Why not?
I can't bear that you're going so soon. Will you be back?
I don't know.
This is our last night, so. You're so handsome and perfect.
I'm a long way from perfect.
But you are. You're the most.
Don't say things like that.
But I want to.
I don't deserve to hear them. Just kiss me.
What's the matter? Ernie?
I'll take you back to the house now.
Well, take care.
Thank you.
Godspeed.
Goodbye now, lad.
Bye. Put up those creels there, lads. Come on. Up the top there.
We'll see each other again, Joe.
Maybe. Walk on.
Two lads had a go last summer.
I'm talking!
They were shot at the foot of the wall.
This side or the other?
The other side.
That's something at least.
Shut up. No talking.
Healy, Mullen, Kelly, Campbell, O'Toole, visits. Boyd, doctor.
It's your wife.
Oh, that's nice. When did I get married? I hope she has nice big tits on her. darling. Give us a kiss.
Keep your kisses for your wife.
Of course, my darling wife. Have you missed me? Because I've missed you, and the feel of your lips on mine. How are the kids? Do we have kids?
The family's very well, yes.
You were taking a hell of a chance coming here.
A woman wouldn't take a chance for her husband.
Do you hear that, O'Toole? What a woman.
There's talk of a truce.
A truce? When's it coming in?
Not in time. Collins is sending someone up to get you out.
Don't shoot! Young Ernie, how you been keeping?
Well enough.
Well enough. Heard all about your exploits out in the country.
How are things yourself?
Yeah, the war's going well in the south, in Cork, in Tipperary. Sean McCohen's been busy in Longford. The Connemara men are at last starting to get a bit more active. We've lost a lot of our old friends, though. You heard McSweeney died in hunger strike in Brixton Prison. 74 days he lasted. Dick McKee and Peter Clancy. The British say they were shot trying to escape. We have it on authority. They were tortured in the castle and beaten to death. They have murder gangs roaming the city on the lookout for volunteers. They've shot men in the street and in their beds. Aye, we've lost some good men. Too many, in fact, which is why you're here. You've heard about O'Toole and Kelly.
Eileen told me.
Men boys. Ernie, this is Joe O'Neill, Walter Dempsey from Belfast.
Hello, Ernie.
Ernie, I'd like to ask you a favour. Joe and Walter are travelling back up to Belfast. They have a plan to spring O'Toole and Kelly. I'd like you to go with them.
I'll go if they'll have me.
So, that's settled then. O'Toole and Kelly are as good as free.
When are they due to be executed? Saturday?
You have 5 days.
We'd better get on with it then.
Good men. There's a girl waiting to take you where you can get a feed, change your clothes before you catch the train this afternoon. Good luck to you.
Hello, Arnie.
Come on, come on.
So it's you taking me to Belfast then?
What else would I be doing here? Do you think I take men round on trams that have nothing better to do with my time? It's good to see you, Ernie.
Do you mean that?
Of course I do.
After what you said to me in Belfast?
Sorry for that. It was a terrible thing to say.
I'm not so sure. I had a gun and I didn't use it.
All that would have happened is I would have killed you too. And I think I would have gone mad.
I wouldn't let you down again, Ida. You know, I'm not the lad you bumped into on Stephen's Green anymore.
I remember that lad. He was a fine lad. Keen as mustard, brave as a lion. Very well spoken for a revolutionary.
your family. Or your pension. Whichever means more to you.
What are you looking at?
Some people have no manners.
Jesus, O'Toole, look who it is.
You want some time to pack?
I think maybe we should just leave. Here, make sure you get your man in there. He's due to swing next week.
Ernie, that key won't work.
There has to be another key. I'll go down and see.
Well, there's no time.
Albert, here, I won't make a sound.
You on the horns of a dilemma, all right? Forced to choose between Collins and Ida. Well, I'm not saying Collins isn't a handsome man, but if you're asking me, Ida's got better legs.